Hey, friends and family. Welcome to Route 66 in Oklahoma, where there are more than 400 miles in the longest drivable stretch of the Mother Road. There are over 70 attractions throughout the state, so buckle up. We're going to take you on a journey to see some of those attractions. Our first stop was the one and only National Route 66 Museum, which is located right in Elk City, Oklahoma. It focuses on the people who lived and worked and traveled the Mother Road. This was a nostalgic visit of the 8 states Route 66 travels through, highlighted by murals and vignettes depicting the eras of the road and the interesting places that made Route 66 so famous. As you walk through the museum, you can listen to recorded histories and personal accounts of the road from kiosks. A few things we experienced were artifacts, antique cars at drive-in theaters, old motorcycles and gas stations, along with historical documents and beautiful murals. Continuing outside, we found the Elk City Museum complex. We enjoyed strolling through a town that was built for the weary travelers. Along with an old schoolhouse, a church, and railway car, the town includes the Old Town Museum, Farm and Ranch Museum, and a blacksmith museum. The Old Town Museum is based in a beautiful 2-story Victorian home that depicts early day pioneer life. I really appreciate the progress we've made in some areas. The Mother Road took us to another great stop called the Oklahoma Route 66 Museum in Clinton. Route 66 is also called the Will Rogers Highway. In this museum, you will learn about the dreams and the labor needed to make the road a reality. This museum depicts the iconic ideas, images, and myths of the Mother Road. Some of the history this museum replicated included experiencing the Dust Bowl, where thousands streamed along the road away from drought and despair. We listened to the sounds of the big band era and the welcome home cries to returning soldiers dominating the road. You can also set up a counter or a booth in the 1950s diner. Traveling on, we stopped at the Mother Road Market in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Interesting fact, the Mother Road Market was named for John Steinbeck's title of Route 66 in The Grapes of Wrath. The city of Tulsa opened its first food hall inside this historic 1939 Scrivener-Stevens Grocery and Distribution Building along Route 66. This was a great stop for sampling some of the local restaurants and retail shops. While in Tulsa, we stopped at the Route 66 Rising Sculpture. This is the original 1926 to 1932 alignment of Route 66 and the former site of a filling station and inn owned by Cyrus Avery, the father of Route 66. On we went to a place called the Katusas Blue Whale. Born from a personal love story, this iconic Oklahoma landmark has grown to be a symbol of the love and freedom of the historic Route 66 byway. This is an 80-foot-long concrete blue whale that was created sometime in the late 1960s by a man named Hugh Davis. He created it for his wife, who loved whale figurines. The last trek of our trip through Oklahoma took us to Miami. Miami, Oklahoma is said to have the longest main street on all of Route 66. There were a lot of historical sites, art, and attractions along the way. We really did enjoy this trip. We're glad you came along with us on this journey. See you next time.